Good morning. I was going to try this live, but I'm glad I didn't because this is like the beginning of the video on the 20th try. So this is Lisa Smith, Kindred Stitcher. Today is November 4th, Sunday, and I thought I would shoot a quick video because I have some time and I have some things to show you. So first of all, let me just show you a finish. I was pretty close last time I showed you this. This is Blackbird Designs Joyous Noel. It's stitched on Silvery Moon's Weigart and stitched in overdyed threads. And I love it. It is so soft and pretty, and it's kicking off my year next year. My plans are to stitch Blackbird Designs, and I might stitch Brenda Gervais as well, all next year, because I have a ton of patterns and I just haven't gotten to them. And the reason is because, oops, sorry, I knocked you guys. I've been working on mega whips. Everything I have is ginormous. So this is the whip that I'm working on, trying to push and get this done. In fact, I'll take the bottom snap, Q snap, and show you what I worked on. She is at least a 20-year-old whip, at least 20 years old. So I finished down here, filled that in. I'm filling this in. I had to pull some of the metallic out that I put in because I was off by a stitch. So I will finish this part of the skirt, and then I really have this. And then there's a ribbon that goes this direction. Now, this is something where you go, oh, that isn't very, you don't have much to do. And then you stitch and stitch and stitch and stitch on it and realize it's solid coverage. So it does take a little while to get it done. But she's beautiful. It's fun to stitch on it right now because it's fall, and she embodies everything that's lovely about fall. So she's my one whip that I've been working on besides the other Blackbird that I finished since we last spoke. So I have a little bit of stitchy kindness I want to share with you too. This came from my friend Kim from Canada, and Barb, who was at our stitching table, sent it to me because they put their heads together and they saw us and they thought, oh, this looks like Lisa. And yeah, it's a dead ringer. Absolutely, this is something I would stitch. I might even stitch this like on a really dark fabric and change the bow a little bit, but that's adorable. And this is the Victoria sampler. I think this was at Stitchville at the half off bin, which is a dangerous place to go. So this was so generous. This came from Julie, Gulf Coast Stitches, and she has these in her Etsy shop. I'm not sure if she still does, but we were chatting and she said, I got a couple of quilt books and maybe you would like one. So she mailed it to me, and I am so grateful. I love these, and I'm dying to try needle turn applique. So I may get some fabric out and just give it a go. But the patterns, let's see, this quilt is in there. Isn't that gorgeous? And here's a picture of the block. So here's a bigger picture. I mean, oh my gosh. So I was shopping yesterday. I went to Centralia and Chehalis, which is south of where I live. Here's another picture of the blocks. And there are some shops there. I had no idea that they were there. There are a couple of primitive shops. One of them showed up on my Facebook feed as a holiday, open house type thing. So I went down there, and then I saw a second one. And then in the downtown area, there are several adorable shops. So I spent a lot of time. I spent a good part of yesterday just checking the shops out. I did a little bit of shopping for my stitchy friends for Christmas. And I also bought a cabinet. But don't tell my husband. It's a cabinet that's probably, I'd say 18 inches deep. Probably about, gosh, I don't know how tall it is. Maybe 5 foot tall. And it's upcycled, so the door is a window, and the door handle is recycled as well. And the gentleman and a man and wife own the store, and he builds this stuff. So it's primitive and it's sort of a green. It's like the green of that Hobby Lobby, bin back there. And I loved it. And it was packed full of people. They have a lot of furniture in there. And I just went back and forth. And I thought, if I wait till next weekend, this is probably going to be gone. So I went ahead and bought it, but I didn't have the truck because my husband's hunting this weekend. And I think we're going to have to go up to the property next week. So somehow during this week sometime, I'm going to have to arrange to go down and pick it up. So that was my yesterday shopping. And thank you to Julie and thank you to Kim for the sweet stitchy kindness. You guys are just amazing, and it's so much fun to make things and send to people and shop for them in mind. And so next year I'm going to try to do a few more swaps, but I'm going to stitch some stuff ahead of time, I've decided. Because with the sewing method on the smalls, man, can you cook. But the other thing I figured out, that I'm so used to stitching on 40 count, that when I stitch, this must be like a 28. And it's an even weave, but this is a threading machine. So everything stitching with 2 on a 28 uses at least twice as much thread. So I had to adjust to that. Yeah, so let's see. Oh, let's pick a winner for the giveaway last time. So y'all remember this. Jen Stitching Niche on Etsy. Jen sent this. I bought one. She accidentally sent me a second one. So we're giving it away along with some beautiful trim that my friend Lori, textilist, dyed. And I tried this random generator on my YouTube picker. So it's up and ready to go. And I'm just going to we'll see if this works. Hit start. The winner is Barb Severino. Barb, congratulations. I can't believe this worked, thank God. But I will put a comment on your comment, and so we can connect and get you that pattern. The fall memories were fantastic. So y'all everybody likes to jump into leaves. Some people like to burn leaves. Some people have picked pecans up off the ground and cracked them for grandma to make pies. Lots of people have gone to orchards and pumpkin patches and lots of conversations about Thanksgiving. But I love when somebody says, gosh, you asked this question and I reflected on just these grateful memories came into my mind. So isn't that fantastic that we can have a conversation about something that inspires such happiness in everyone? So thank you for everyone for commenting. You made my day. I really enjoyed reading all the comments. All right, 8 minutes in, you guys. This is fast. So let's just talk about a few things that I picked up this week. Several things I can't show you because they're going to be gifts. But I did pick up some Kathy Schmidt's fabric, and I have an embroidery pattern that I think when I saw the sample at the store used some of this material, and I really love this line. It's sort of that botanical and flowers and just garden type, and the colorway is awesome. This is sort of a ecru, maybe I guess I would call it ecru, and then maybe, I can't think of my DMC colors, maybe 944. It's sort of a washed out tealy blue, really pretty. And I've had the urge to sew lately, so same quilt store, I found some pom-pom trim, and it's cotton. So I was searching on Amazon to find some to dye, and I couldn't find any that wasn't a blend. And it could have been that I was just not searching correctly, and I didn't have a lot of time, but this was like 39 cents a yard. So I bought all that they had, and I will probably just do some dyeing this afternoon. The weather's great, and it's a gorgeous fall day here in town. The maple leaves, we have giant maple leaves, and they're like this. They're huge. So my husband had blown the driveway, all the leaves off the driveway, and within 2 days, we had some winds that came through, and it just dumped these big maple leaves in my driveway. So it's sort of like driving through a mattress of leaves as you drive down the driveway. At one of the cute stores yesterday, I got this table runner. And this is my favorite color palette. I love, and I've got it in half because it's pretty long. But I love red, green, and cream. My last house when we lived in Oregon was decorating those colors. I'll probably go back to it. Right now it's a whole lot of nothing because we need to paint the house. We had a leak in our roof, and of course the sheetrock flaked away at one spot, and it was on the archway between two rooms. So I'm gonna have to hire someone to fix that. And you know, it just starts like one thing, and then pretty soon you're replacing the flooring in your whole house or painting your whole house. It's such a pain. Okay, so here's a few patterns that I picked up. 1, 2, 3 stitch. I think I was in search of some. Oh, I know what I was in search of. The only place you can get this is 1, 2, 3 stitch. So then I started down the rabbit hole and bought a few other things. But this is really cute. This is a new Lizzie Kate design. 1, 2, 3 stitch. I also saw several people pick this up. And some people don't like the orange. I love the orange. It's so different and funky. And I just think that this looks like he's wearing his underwear. I picked up the Christmas trio, Waxing Moon, the Christmas ones. And they have them stitched to smalls. I think I'm going to stitch them side by side because this says Merry and Bright. I'll probably put Christmas Merry and Bright. I've avoided buying this. I finally succumbed to it. I think I'm going to try and dye some fabric that color. I did buy a Jingle Bell yesterday too. This one. This is one of the best values because it comes with the little bit of wool that you need for the pattern. But you really get 3 designs. And I want to say this is like $10. 3 designs plus wool. Good value. Kathy Haverman, sorry. This was on my wish list on 1, 2, 3, and I just bought it. Faith, 1831, by Samplers Not Forgotten. And when I was at Michael's yesterday, you guys, their Christmas stuff. I blame Farm Girl Stitcher for this. Now it looks ginormous because I'm putting it in front, but this is going on my front porch. And look at this. So what I think I'll do is put some long Christmas picks in here, or maybe just some greenery outside because we have evergreen trees. I could put it there, but then you can't see the beautiful, you know, line of this particular lid. This would be not a big deal. And then I bought, this was kind of a cool thing too at Michael's. I used my 40% coupon on this one. The last one was already 40% off. But this is a set of 3 paper mache boxes. So my Abigail's work basket project that I showed in my last whip, my last video as a whip, I was looking for the basket that it's mounted on. I couldn't find it, and so I thought I would get a paper mache, and I think one of these should work. I haven't opened it up yet, and it doesn't tell me how big they are, but I'm pretty sure I can make that work. And then last but not least, oh, you guys, I saw this all over Instagram, and I was lusting after it. I really wanted it. And I saw that someone had asked if there were any extra kits left, and it was a class, and it was a class down in Marietta, Georgia, by Sue Hillis, called A Study in Blue, and I think she's done this class in at least one other place. And the shop owner said, well, call the shop and see if there's any, call the shop tomorrow. This is Sunday, so I got up at 6:30 in the morning and called the shop, and they had one, so I had her send it to me. But this is just the pictures of people who were doing the pre-stitching. Incredible. So beautiful. And it comes as a kit. So you get all the stuff that goes to make it, the paper mache box and what have you. I think there's a couple of things that are in there. Now, I would say if you want this design, I think Sue's going to release it next year. I think, don't quote me, but I think somebody may have said that. But I think she wants to continue to teach. So if you're close to an LNS, call your LNS owner and see if it's possible to have a class, or if she has any plans to travel to your area to do a class. There were only a couple of these, and yeah, so I was able to get one. I felt fortunate. But it's truly, it's so beautiful. The alphabet, you guys know me and my cursive alphabets, but the alphabet around the outside it's amazing. And now I have to live until I'm 1,000 years old to stitch everything. I think I'm gonna have to do some destashing pretty soon. 15 minutes, woohoo! 15 minutes. That's a right size video. So have a great day. I hope fall is treating you well where you live. And we will see you. I'll probably do a video after Thanksgiving sometime. I'm hosting this year, so we have like 13 people, 14 people that stay at my house for a few days, and it's a lot of fun. I love you guys. We will see you next time.